Hi, sixth grade. It's me. Aren't you excited? What I'd like you to do is please open up your practice book to page 197 and let's take a look at this really long example. And actually, I did all these problems ahead of time so I'd be somewhat familiar. And honestly, there's not a whole lot to this. It just looks a lot more intense than it really is. But again, if you follow PEMDAS, and just remember that you have to do everything in the parentheses, then do your exponents, then take care of all your multiplication and your division before you have any addition and subtraction. As long as you follow the steps, you should be in good shape. So I'm going to scooch in here, get my pen ready to go, and here we are. So it says apply number properties and the order of operations to evaluate 8 plus 13 plus 4 times 1/3 times, because we're going to solve this parentheses and then multiply it by the 1/3 and figure out what you get. And to evaluate something is just simply to solve it. So the very first thing is simplify what's inside the parentheses. So they're doing 27 divided by 1/2. Now remember, what we're going to do is, because we're dividing and we have a fraction, we're going to do a keep, we're going to change it, and we're really going to multiply it by the reciprocal or the flip of 1/2, which is 2/1. So what we really have as we go down a step, and you can see they didn't do anything else other than 27 times 2, okay? When you multiply 27 times 2, you get 54. Now, we've got our 54. Keep it in the parentheses because it tells us that we have to multiply it by the 1/3. So now it reads 8 plus 13 plus 4 times 18. Okay, oops, times 1/3 times 54. Well, I'm going to show you real quick. If we do 1/3 and we do that times 54, put your 54 over 1, and what you really have is 54 divided by 3. 54 divided by 3, look how nice and easy this is. It goes in there one time. 1 times 3 is 3, and then 24 when you subtract, and that goes in there 8 times. Nice and neat and easy peasy. And so we now get 18, okay? So we rewrite each step. You have now 8 plus 13 plus 4 times 18. Now my teacher always taught me to go ahead and put parentheses around that just to remind me to do that multiplication first, but you don't have to, as long as you remember that you do in fact need to do that first. 18 times 4 is 30. Okay, 18 times 4, 8 times 4 is 32. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. 8 plus 13 plus 72. Now, this is going to come up down below a little bit, but I'm going to show you something. I think we are going to do the left to right, right? So we're going to do 8 plus 72. I can do that in my head. I can do that mental math. That's 80. And then I can add the 13. 80 plus 13 is 93. So yes, a lot of steps, and sometimes can be tricky for students if they struggle to kind of keep organized and struggle to keep focused. All right, let's answer these questions real quickly. Write a multiplication expression that is equivalent or the same as 3 to the 3rd power. Okay. Well, that means 3 times 3 times 3. And if I'm writing the expression, I really don't have to solve it. That is it. But I'm going to solve it, and that means 9 times 3, which equals 27. Now, why is it helpful to rearrange terms in 8 plus 13 plus 72 before adding? Okay, that was something that I skipped, but I'm glad that we're coming back to. All right. What they're saying is, why did they take the time to do the 8? It had it as 8 plus 13 plus 72. Why did they switch it and put that 72 there? Well, if you haven't already figured it out, it's just simply because I can mentally add 8 to 72 because I know that 2 plus 8 is it's a 10. So I know that it's going to end in 10, and I just know it's going to be that I need 8 more to make 80, and then I add the 13. It just made it easier to add, okay? So maybe we just say the sum of, the sum of 72, 72 and 8 equals 80, okay? And it's easier to add those together, is easier to add mentally, meaning I don't have to scratch anything. So let me prove it to you, okay? What if it had gone and stayed this way? Well then, I don't know about you, I can mentally add 8 plus 13, right? 8 and 13 is what? 21. Wow, that's students coming upstairs. That's 21. Now I can also mentally add 21 and 72 pretty easily together to get 93, but what if I had numbers that weren't easy to add together? So listen, this is kind of cool. We have a property called commutative property. Actually, yes, not commutative, commutative. C-O-M-M, commutative. I have no idea what's going on in the hallway, but it's super loud. The commutative property means I can add in any order and get the same sum. Sorry, it's so loud. Okay, doesn't matter what order I put it in, and it's because of this commutative property. Justin says that the value of the expression when he finished and got there, he got 450. Well, how did he get that answer? Clearly he did not follow something. So how would you get 450 from this mess? All right, well, obviously he didn't follow order of operations. And it says in the book, to save some time, that he worked from left to right, okay? And he added 8 plus 3 plus 4, and then he multiplied all of that by 1/3. We're not going to take the time to do that question, but clearly he did not follow the rules, the PEMDAS rules. And as you can see, and I've probably made some mistakes while we've been doing this lesson, and maybe you have too, one little step wrong leads to the wrong answer. It's so easy to get the wrong answer. So you just have to remember PEMDAS. All right, let's work this one out. This one looks like it's going to be tricky, but watch, it's really not. Okay, first step, rewrite it. 12 plus 25 minus 5 squared minus 2 all divided by 5. Okay, well, 25 minus 5 squared is what we have to do first. So I'm going to rewrite everything else, but I don't know about you, but that's popping in my head. 5 squared is 25. And 25 minus 25 is just going to be 0 minus 2. Okay, so do I really have to put that there? Probably not. but I'm going to do it. Now, I'm going to rewrite it a little different because of the whole left to right situation. And I'm going to come over here. So really what I want it to be is 12 plus 0 minus 2. I don't want to keep the parentheses. I only have addition and subtraction on the top of my line, and then I'm going to take and solve my numerator, if you will, first, and then I'll divide it by the 5. Let me just make sure I'm on track. Yeah. Okay. What is 12 plus 0? Shirley, you said 12. Minus 2 is going to give me 10, and 10 divided by 5 is 2. So something that looked kind of tricky really is not all that tricky when you break it down. All right, Lorelei evaluated this exponential expression shown below. Okay, so let's see here. She did 16. She rewrote it, and the only thing I'm seeing that's different is 8. So 2 to the third power, 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. All right, she did it right. That's correct. Check. All right, next, she did 16 minus 12 minus 2 plus 24 divided by 2. Check. That looks good. All right. Now, let's see. 16 minus, now she all of a sudden put a 12 minus 2 in parentheses, which would mean we would do that first. Now, if I remember correctly, I do all my multiplication and division on and if it's a fraction, I do it all wherever it flies on the fraction first before I do any of my addition and subtraction. But if I only have addition and subtraction left, I have to go from left to right. I'm feeling like what she did here was the mistake because, look, when she puts the parentheses, when she does 12 minus 2 right here and she gets 10, what she really should be doing is probably the 16 minus 12 first. Okay, so let's rewrite this again and let's do it correct. Whoa, hello. So 16 minus 12 is 4 minus 2 plus 24 divided by 5. All right, next, 4 minus 2 is 2 plus 24 divided by 5. And then that would be 26 divided by 5. I'm not liking the look of that. All right, well, let's see. I may have to consult my book because maybe I am not seeing something. All right, but she definitely solved here. Oh, I see. Gosh, Mrs. Miniger, silly girl. I did. See, I need to do math with you guys. I need you. You're probably laughing at me again. She put a 5. No, it should be a 2. Don't be like me. Be more careful. Okay, this is making sense now. And then 26 then divided by 2 equals 13. Okay, now that's a good lesson. Sometimes teachers make mistakes on purpose. This isn't one of them. I truly made a mistake. I'm a Goomba. But what a great way to show you that how easily you can make a mistake in copying. But you know what I did? I said, well, this doesn't look good. When I got 26 divided by 5, in my head, all of a sudden, I'm like, well, wait a second. Should probably, at this level, in 6th grade, come to a whole number answer. It shouldn't come to a part. So it was the first warning bell in my system saying, you know what, I probably made a mistake. And that's when I realized I did. I made a 5 out of a 2. And I mean, I am magic in a lot of ways, but clearly not that way. Okay, so The true answer should be 13, not 15. And the reason that she got that is because for some reason she put parentheses around 12 minus 2 and then solved that first. That's not what she should have done. She solved that first. Not good. So she should have solved nice to have me quiet, huh? She should have solved from left to right. I have no idea who's listening to music. Okay. Now find the correct value of the expression. Oh yeah. We did. Let's see if it's 13. It's 13! Yay! So we don't have to do it again here, because if you were like me and if you did it right here when you found at this step that she made her mistake, we just started it right there. So you don't have to explain, but just understand that when you solved it from left to right. Now, one question that I just want to make sure if you have that's clear is, why is it if we're doing these and we still have some division, why is it we're doing all of that subtraction and adding before we divide by 2? And the answer to that is, think of it as one section of the expression that has to be solved separately. Meaning, if you have a fraction, then do all the steps in PEMDAS for your numerator, or maybe you have some PEMDAS steps that need to be solved in your expression for your denominator, but you do all those separately and then divide. Okay, so hopefully this was helpful to you. It was kind of fun to do. I'm glad my picture is back up. I finally fixed my Chromebook. Do not laugh at me. I know you are, but try not to. And again, I love making mistakes, but more importantly, I love teaching you math. Bye.